Alright, here's everything we'll need for the AB drive and idler. You're going to want these components for 3D printing. I am using purple for my main color and this gray for accent. There's also an additional tool that we'll use later for the motor. And then these 5mm shims, your bearings, your brass heat inserts, and then your M3 and your M5 hardware. Alright, let's get at it. Oh, and also your gear. Looks like we're starting with these guys. Flip it around, and we're looking at that spot right here. It's gonna have an insert. So I grabbed the glass bed off my Ender 3 Pro. This is gonna help. Essentially, we need a flat surface that doesn't care about heat for those heat inserts. So we're gonna go ahead and warm this up again till it starts spinning. Flip it around and just shove it down in the glass. That should make it pretty flat. Okay, so we're doing that again with these guys. So for now, it's gonna be the prep, taking the glass bed off, getting out of here. Okay, for the A idler, so these are gonna be the drives, these components. These are gonna be for the idlers, these guys. And the way these pair up is you're gonna have one with a inset there, and one with a positive there, and they should just clamp together. So those two and those two. Go ahead and press the bolt through. Cool. So it looks like it's going to be washer, sandwich where the edges are facing outward instead of facing in towards each other. Bearing, and then another washer. Perfect. And now we're going to shove this other piece right on top. This was the most difficult part for me to assemble personally. What you need to do is replace the screw that you've already placed in there with a screw that is going through the gray part. So the first screw aligns everything, the second one is the actual one that you're going to keep at the end. So yeah, those stay mostly aligned. Right there. We just gotta wiggle around. And hopefully we snag all that up. After creating the first one, you need to repeat all of the same steps to make the second idler. So those are the front idlers done. So A drive, denoted by this cutout here. B drive does not have that cutout. So these are the two pieces for the A drive. You get sandwiched like this. Flip them upside down. Spacer, spacer, bearing, 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 spacer, spacer. Looks like we're doing another spacer here, and then another two bearings, and then another spacer. And place our lid on top of this. And these M5s are just going into the plastic, so don't super tighten these, but nice and sturdy. So far so good. Alright, now we're getting to the NEMA motors. Here we are. So the first thing they're going to walk through is this here. And this is what our nifty tool is for. So we're going to go ahead and make sure that this is aligned correctly using this guy. And hard to see on camera, but there is the letter E here. which lines up with the left edge, and then A should line up with where the gear needs to be tightened down. And is highly recommending using set screw on our thread locker on this stuff. I will get to that at some point, I believe. Okay, so then this is going to sit on top of here. I'm going to make sure our cables are coming out to the right side. Place that on top. And then we have M3x30 screws. It'll be 1, 2, and 3. So, the last tip they give is to be checking on the inside here, making sure that our gears are lined up correctly. Want to make sure that everything is vertically aligned, especially these two. Alright, so that's A drive, now to B drive. These two guys. One there, flip it around again, try not to lose it. Once again, I'm going to do washers and bearings, washers and bearings. Line this up again, go ahead and place this on top. Give it a little bit of a sandwich, and we're going to flip it around again, holding the bolts down, and then tighten these up, but they're in plastic, so not too tight. To push down just a little bit to get them started. That's our new guy. Get him started as well. Alright. B drive. So we're going to do kind of a similar thing, but we're using the letter B on this guy. Grab my next NEMA motor. So this one's going to sit upside down, and once again line up the edge. There we are. Okay, go ahead and get this started so it'll somewhat stay in place. Line this back up. Tighten it back up. And it fell. Installing this again, I'm going to make sure our wires are facing towards this thing right here. I think I might have forgotten a washer. Alright, there we go. Saved. Okay, this goes there, that goes on that. I need those long M3s, and 1, 2, and 3. And then we're going to double check that alignment again. Again, looks a little off, but I think we'll be good enough for now. So that alignment right there is what we're trying to look at. Looking at this guy, alignment with that guy. And just like that, that's the assembly of the AB drive. Thanks for watching. We have made this drive, and 2 idlers for those drives. Thanks for watching. Try something hard.